Hi, my name is Alessandro, and I'm the founder of Guided Light Healing. I want to thank you guys for following along so far in the Intuition series, and here's where the big payoff is about to start to really come in. What we've been doing over the past few episodes is what I would consider one of the most important jobs with learning intuition, and that is getting the brain out of the way. It is so hard to hear a pin drop in a room with blaring heavy metal music. The idea is the brain is that room, and we can either set it up as this dead silent place where we can hear the tiniest little pin drop, or we could be filled with the heavy metal music, the craziness from our busy lives, and pumping that heavy metal music will make it almost impossible to use our intuition. So what we've been doing in the early part of this series is trying to put the brain at ease. We've been putting enough science into the brain that the brain is able to go, wow, this is scientifically possible. This is scientifically proven. Sure, I'm on board. I'll step out of the way so you can learn this new skill set. See, we're pretty smart here with how we work and do things. So now this part in the intuitive mini series, we're going to start to get into some exercises that are going to blow the doors off of your intuition. This is where it gets good. And this is for all of you out there who've made it to video 4. This is starting to be the big payoff. What we want to start doing at this point in this episode is we want to start tuning our environment to be able to be responsive and there for us when we need it to be, and basically have all the energies, the push and pull of energies that we talked about in other series. We want to have these energies in cooperation with us, in us supporting our intuition. Since the 1940s, there was a lot of talk that the brain was hardwired, that once something was formed in the brain, it couldn't be changed. With these studies and how things have gotten more and more public over the years, and all the latest greatest breaks in neuroscience, what they found out is the exact opposite of the brain, is that the brain is very plastic. And so much so that they found the second we have a thought in our brain is starting to break down resources it is no longer using, and sort of melting down those resources and starting to put those melted down raw materials to areas that we are focusing on. So the idea that thoughts aren't dangerous is something we have to completely put out of our head right now. Any thought we have is physically changing the matter in our brain. Now, we have this amazing tool that most intuitives and psychics don't take advantage of. Thoughts connect us to emotions, which are going to start to manipulate the push and pull of frequencies around our body. It is priming the universe to basically bring you every single answer loud and clear that you need to navigate your life in the best way possible. How we go about doing this is we need to start to find what I call, and what we will use heavily when we get into the more in-depth course, is a programming statement. Now, the way programming statements work is you say it, it starts to make its way in the brain. I know it came from the brain, but basically what I'm saying is as you say it, it's going to start to form visuals in the brain. It's going to start to connect it. It's going to start to form the basis of neural pathways, of routing, and maybe even memories of this. I basically want you guys to do is I want you to start to ingrain in your brain that I have remarkable intuition. Every time I get still, I get the most clear, remarkable, loud answers. The more we can say this throughout the day, some beautiful things are going to start to happen. If, as we're saying this, we start to visualize and we start to emotionally connect to this, what's going to happen is we start to make the changes in our brain. As we're making the changes in our brain, we're going to start to open up those key centers in the brain that are going to allow our intuitive gifts to expand. The more we start to say something, the more it's going to have an effect on our heart. At some point, we're going to emotionally connect to this. And this now no longer is just changing our brain, it's starting to change our bodies. After you start to create this new belief system, I want you to find yourself in just a little bit of stillness and start to look around, start to feel, start to sense, start to see what is starting to come into you. Now that you are starting to tune your energies, to tune your brain, to tune your heart. Have fun with this. This whole process should be fun. And if you have fun, you're more likely to do it more. And as you're more likely to do it more, you are going to grow so fast with this. And before you know it, you'll be able to use it on the big things in your life that matter. Now we've got our first real tool to start expanding our gifts and starting to bring in the amazing answers that the universe has out there for us. Find some cool, creative ways to ingrain this, to create a new belief system. I would love if you guys out there, as you're trying these things, go ahead and write in, send us letters, get on the Facebook group, let us know what you're doing to create this belief system. You all are so talented and creative, and I want to hear what you guys come up with this. You're going to put a little bit of time into this, and it is going to change your whole life. There is not a single day that I couldn't get a tear of gratitude for my intuition and how it has changed my life and how it is going to continue to accelerate my life in the oncoming years. I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. The next episode, I have some more incredible tools to stack on top of this, but trust me, you're gonna want this. Right now, we are building an intuition foundation, and these are the foundational layers that we need to lay, that we need to have solid. It is worth putting in the time to this for the payoff that we're gonna get in the very, very near future. Again, pay attention to all the amazing things that happened to you this week. And most importantly, have fun with this. If you don't have fun with this, it's going to be very, very hard to stick with this on the oncoming weeks and the oncoming years. I can tell you though, is the intuitive information comes in and it is dead accurate and right, you're going to want to do this every day, all day. And it's just how it gets inside you, and it gets to be fun. I want to thank you guys for making it this far. We have a lot of other amazing information coming up in this series. My name is Alessandro. I'm the founder of Guided Light Healing, and I'll see you guys back for episode 5 coming up soon. Take care.